For the macros, there are quite a few positives that we've seen in the last many days from the government. The government's ordinance spree has continued. Sources say that the Union Cabinet has approved changes to the Mines and Mineral Act. The proposed changes were to make auctions the preferred mode to sell important minerals like coal and iron ore. R.K. Goyal, the Managing Director of Kalyani Steel, and GD Mundra, the Director of Sarda Energy Minerals, joins us now to analyze this particular news flow. Gentlemen, morning to both of you. Mr. Goyal, I'm going to start off with you. How much of a positive is it for steel players like yourself, the fact that finally there will be, assured captive supply of raw materials like iron ore, etc. And for the industry as a whole, how much of a positive is it, you think?
Good morning. It's a great ordinance. You know, for the first time for steel industry, there will be level playing field. Till now, there are few companies which have captive iron ore and others who does not have. But at the same time, they have to compete in the market with the same customers. So it's a great event where eventually the cost of inputs will be same for everybody, and whatever is the differential will go down. And it will be the hardcore manufacturing efficiencies or business acumen which will bring profit or loss to the company. Now, you see, all the mines which I understand will be auctioned, will come for auction, which are pending for renewal as of now, or even if they are recommended and the lease deed is not executed, they will come for auction. And for the captive mines, what I understand, it will continue for 15 years. But I understand it is to be divided into two companies. One is the mining company and another is the manufacturing company. I'm sure the direction in which Government of India is working, they may like to have some differential royalty on the mining part of the business, so that the differential in the cost of iron ore for captive mine owners and people who do not have mines will be minimal.
Okay. Mr. Mundra, how do you think the bidding for the auctions will be done? Because what will be the benchmark rates that we will work with? In the case of coal, it was easier because you had a Coal India, notified price. But how will it be for the other, minerals? And how can one, value these mines?
No, I think we'll have to wait for this draft of the ordinance as well as the rule framed thereunder. But one thing is good, this will remove all the controversies which mining sector so far has, and those controversies had to be resorted to by the judicious intervention. You see, the Supreme Court had to cancel all the coal mine allocation. They had to regulate the mining in Karnataka. They had to regulate mining in Odisha. They had to regulate mining in Goa. So to remove all those controversies and then insulate the sector for future controversies, this amendment has been brought in. So this will be, I think, most probably a transparent process with the consistency, level playing field, where everybody is at par, and then mine is allocated to them, which they can start running. What we are given to understand, whatever mines they will put for auctions, their mines will be ready to run. Otherwise, right now the resources are allocated, but to start the mine, it takes 10 years, 15 years. By the time mine starts, your end-use plant is in place and is waiting or is not bleeding, or you are not able to commission that plant for want of the minerals which is allocated to you, but you are not able to start for various other clearances. So if the mines are auctioned, where all clearances are there, mines are ready to run, it will help the whole metal sector, whole power sector, because you can plan your offer in a best possible manner and your investment will start giving return the day one you commission your project. Otherwise, also you are spending lot of money in developing those mines for years together. So instead of wasting money and time, you bid, and here the government will have to see that there is no undue competition takes place, there is no unnecessary competition takes place, and those who are real end users, they compete with each other, so they are having a level playing field. Okay. And it should not be a revenue generating exercise for the government. And government, in case of coal block, made it very clear that the whole auction process is not a revenue generating exercise, and they are going the same way. Similarly, if they go for auction of all other minerals, I think it will be good for the industry, good for the sector. It will give boost to the Make India this mission also, which government is trying hard.
Mr. Goyal, what is your own view on how the bidding for the mines could be done?
You see, if we take a clue from the way they've started the process for the coal mining, I believe they will work out in something similar manner, and it will be absolute transparency will be there in the system, and which is good for everybody.
Okay. But, Mr. Goyal, the FIMI has opposed this move, saying that it will lead to cartelizations, and waste, and, it's a retrograde step. How would you react to, how FIMI is reading this development?
You see, finally, in the business, everybody will have to take care of their own interest. And cartelization will happen only if one, two, or few mines are to be auctioned. When almost everything is going to be auctioned. So, the people, the merchant miners, I don't think they will have that much of interest if they have to buy mine in e-auction. It will be the captive users, the end users or steel plants who will be more keen, and all steel plants would like to compete with each other rather than forming a cartel. So I don't subscribe to that thinking. Yes, definitely the merchant miners, they will get affected because after 5 years the mines will not belong to them, or they have to bid again in auction, by which their costs will go up. So they are definitely affected community.
Okay. Mr. Mundra, what is your own estimate of the time frame? Because there are some mines in India that have already completed 50 years. What would happen with those?
No, what I think Ordinance says, in case you have applied for the renewal of the mines where the lease is expired, so in case of captive user, they will extend it for 15 years. In case of non-captive user, they will extend it for 5 years. And in case of auction is done, that is a flat for 50 years, and after that again auction will be done. So there is no renewal options in case mines is allocated under auction.
Okay. Mr. Goyal, in the draft which was issued for public comments, the government had proposed that a company owning the mine will pay a certain amount to the district, mineral foundation, the DMF, which will be a fixed percentage. Are we aware in the final ordinance what this percentage will be, and will that be a hit?
You see, we are yet to see the final ordinance. We have not seen that document. I think it is yet to come in the public domain. But finally, if it is a common thing for everybody in the country, it doesn't make any difference. It is a net cost at your plant. So if some part of the royalty we have to share with the district where the mines are located, I think it's in a positive direction. Finally, the people of that local area should get benefit out of this.
All right, Mr. Goyal, Mr. Mundra, thanks for joining us and assessing the impact of this particular ordinance. Thanks so much for that.